Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone here to the Gig Harbor Fire and Medic 1 Commissioners Meeting for March 25th. If you would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Need approval of the agenda.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Urvina,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sudich, Chairman Enzi.
Yes. All right, another special time for us, recognitions. And we have some people who are deserving some recognition this evening. And so I would like to turn the meeting over at this time to Chief Langlo. We got seats out front, you guys.
Board Chair NC and Board of Fire Commissioners. Should take your seats there. Board Chair NC, Board of Commissioners, coworkers, family, friends, and fellow fire service members, thank you for attending our Life-Saving Award and Medal of Merit ceremony. We're grateful you chose to attend with us on this first day of 70-degree weather. Thank you. Today, we will honor one member of Central Pierce Fire and Rescue with a Life-Saving Award and 12 members of Gig Harbor Fire and Medic 1 with the Medal of Merit. At 8:58 on the morning of November 28th, 2024, South Sound 911 received a 911 call from the start-finish line of the Thanksgiving Day Turkey Trot in downtown Gig Harbor. The reporting party indicated that an adult male was not breathing and was in cardiac arrest. Immediately, telecommunicator Carolyn Mingo, fire dispatcher Helen Johnson, and law enforcement dispatcher Alicia Reynolds went to work in a collective effort to do everything in their power to save a life. Carolyn, Helen, and Alicia were recognized with our Citizen Hero Award at the South Sound 911 board meeting on March 19th. South Sound 911 dispatched Gig Harbor units less than 30 seconds after receiving the 911 call. While attending the turkey trot off duty, Lieutenant Josh Bacinas, Lieutenant Blue Best, driver operator Chuck Nagy, CPR instructor Christian Herzberger were also alerted to the emergency. They immediately went to work rendering care. Off-duty Central Pierce Fire and Rescue Lieutenant Blue Best and off-duty South King Fire and Rescue firefighter Jacob Szanski were also attending the turkey trot and provided assistance. Unfortunately, Jacob couldn't make it with us tonight. Battalion Chief Tom Voigt arrived on scene 4 minutes and 37 seconds after the initial dispatch and confirmed that CPR was in progress. Engine 58, Engine 59, and Medic 58 followed closely behind in a choreographed effort, much like a NASCAR pit crew. The team went to work. The collective efforts of South Sound 911, Gig Harbor Fire and Medic 1, Central Pierce Fire and Rescue, and South King Fire and Rescue saved a human life that day. The patient walked out of the hospital under their own power, on their own 2 feet, and was able to celebrate the holidays with their family. To the award recipients, you should be proud of your efforts. To the coworkers, you should be proud to call these individuals brothers and sisters. To the chief officers in the room, please know that you hired well. To the families of the responders, you are related to heroes. And although they may not seek special recognition, they deserve just that. These are special human beings who on that day were put in a position to make a difference. Their dedication to training and teamwork saved a life. First, we would like to recognize Lieutenant Blue Best with our Life-Saving Award. Please join me in welcoming Central Pierce Fire and Rescue Lieutenant Blue Best to the front of the room to join Fire Chief Dennis Stone. Lieutenant Blue Best, in recognition of your extraordinary courage and selflessness in aiding a fellow human and saving a life, your brave actions are deserving of the highest praise, and your commitment to preserving life is truly commendable. Thanks. Congratulations. Next, we'll move on to the Medal of Merit. The Medal of Merit is awarded to our fire department personnel for those actions taken during an emergency incident which are consistent with the highest standards of the fire service and which are deserving of honor and esteem. We will bring up each member one by one to receive their commendation, and then at the end, we will bring all of the recipients forward to take a picture. Is Christian Herzberger here? Please welcome CPR instructor Christian Herzberger. Please welcome firefighter EMT Scott Neff. Please welcome firefighter EMT Jackson Mosley. Please welcome firefighter EMT Ryan Watson. Please welcome firefighter EMT Daniel Hansen. Please welcome driver operator Ryan Giletti. Please welcome driver operator Chuck Nagy. Please welcome firefighter paramedic Justin Epps. Please welcome Lieutenant Josh Basinas. Please welcome Lieutenant Greg Hoshin. Please welcome Lieutenant Jeff Piercy. And last but not least, to the individual who nominated all of these gentlemen for their awards tonight, please welcome Battalion Chief Tom Voigt. And if we could have all the recipients please come forward for a picture, that would be great. That's you too, Blue. After the ceremony, we will take a little bit of a recess so everybody can take their family pictures if they'd like to, but we'll have time for that at the end. Once again, thank you for attending our ceremony today. At this time, I will turn the podium over to Gig Harbor Fire and Medic 1 Board Chairman Kevin Ency. For you to take that recess. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We will be in recess until 5:30. Like to reconvene the meeting of the Gig Harbor Fire Medic 1 Commissioners. Next item on agenda, Commissioner's absence. Hearing none. Communications? Nothing, communications, okay. Need approval of minutes from the March 11th, 2025 meeting?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Urvina,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sudich,
Yes.
Chairman Enzi,
Yes. Accounts payroll and payroll approvals.
I'll move that we approve accounts payable checks 1321 through 1345, 1356 through 1381, payroll checks and ACH transfers checks 1346 through 1355, ACH payroll transfers as outlined in the agenda for a grand total of $3,118,461.77.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Urvina,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sudich,
Yes.
Chairman Enzi.
Yes. Local 3390 reports? No, nothing? Thank you. Chief's reports.
All right, we'll start with Chief Booth.
Okay, good evening. I have several things to report on. I'll do these in chronological order. First of all, the organization participated in the firefighter stair climb for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Association on March 9th. We had 17 members climb, and we raised just shy of $27,000 for that charity. The next couple days, I was over in Chelan at the Washington Fire Marshal Community Risk Reduction Summit, representing the organization. Our goal at that summit was to identify actionables for the coming probably 5-year span for the state to focus on ways to improve community risk reduction in the state. And this is the State Fire Marshal's Office specifically. And so we were there as kind of subject matter experts to help them make some decisions about where to focus in the coming years. Today, I was at the Pierce County Council meeting earlier today to represent the fire department, and it turns out the fire service, for First Responder Wellness Week. They identified March 24th through March 28th this week as First Responder Wellness, and I was there with Pierce County Sheriff representatives and some representatives from Southside 911 to receive that recognition. And then lastly, this may be in coming events, but I'll say it now anyway. The Pepsi Emergency Preparedness Expo is coming up. It is Saturday, April 12th, and that is usually at Gig Harbor High School. I believe that's true. I will update at our next meeting if I'm wrong. We do have a table, yep, and we'll be doing a couple things. We're going to be participating in a wildfire evacuation scenario. We are going to be presenting on all the different fire prevention and community risk reduction things we normally do. And we'll also be looking for community feedback on our hazard mitigation plan update. And that's something that I'm working on now. And community involvement is one of the things that's required by FEMA. So that'll be a component of what we do on that Saturday as well. That's it, unless you have
Chief
questions.
Langlow.
All right, good morning. Just three brief updates to provide the board. We are 3 recruits that are. Oh, did I say morning? I focused so hard on that, reading that, making sure I didn't mess up there that I just, good morning. Our TFD, our recruits that are at TFD at the academy, they're doing well, and they're just about to wrap up EMT class. This is their last week with EMT class, and then they'll move on to the fire academy portion of the recruit academy. So just happy to report that they're progressing well, and awesome relationship with Tacoma Fire. No surprise there, and it's working really well, and we're glad we went that direction for sure. So that's great. The next item, just a couple calls I wanted to reference for you. Last Saturday, the 22nd, our units got dispatched to a structure fire in the same building where El Poblito is housed. So there's several other building or occupancies in that building. So we were dispatched down there for a commercial fire. Ended up being a portable space heater that had caught on fire that occupants had put out with a fire extinguisher before we'd gotten there. So outside of a little commotion and some evacuation of folks to get the smoke out, no damage noted. Just thought it was noteworthy to pass off to the board since it was right downtown and high profile. And then the last one I wanted to mention was on March 16th. We had a rope rescue on the off of 14th Avenue, overlooking essentially like across the waterway to Tacoma, not too far off Reed and 14th Avenue. And we had a 100-pound Doberman named Monkey that went over the edge chasing a bunny, ironically. I think the bunny might have like power slid the cliff and then the dog went over. And then he wasn't too far down, but the property owner went down to try to get the dog and then realized that neither of them were going to make it back up without help. And the property owner was pretty convinced that he wasn't coming up without Monkey. So we got there and did a high angle rope rescue to get Monkey and the human. And that was a joint effort between us and Tacoma Fire. And so just want to highlight the good work that was done in that area. And then also just highlight the work that joint training is paying off. Our technical rescue teams have been training together for the last year pretty consistently. And so it paid off in the real world. So thank you to Commissioner and Chief Wilsey for supporting that joint effort. And we got to see it in action on the 16th. That's the end of my report.
Great. I'll be attending the Washington Fire Commissioners Association meeting and training at Clearwater on Saturday, April 5th. There is a Fox Island Bridge meeting, but it's during our meeting in 2 weeks. So we just got notice. So I think we should have a presence there. So somebody will probably attend that, but it's at the same time as our next meeting. April 1st, Chief Johnson will report more, but we have our CAUP hearing for Station 51, and it's on track. April 10 and 11 will be going to the LYRA conference with the local and their leaders. On April 10th, I have been invited by the county exec Ryan Mello, a group of Gig Harbor leaders to meet with him. So I'll be doing that. So I will have to leave part of the LYRA conference a little bit early. May 6th and 7th, I've been asked by the Ontario Fire Chief and his executive team to come over and do some leadership training with him and his team. So I'll just be there for 1 night, 2 days, and drive over and back. And then I also will be speaking at the IFF New Member Conference in Kennewick. I've done that the last 3 years. That's all I have to report.
Any committee reports? Chairman's report. 2022 bond update.
Good evening. So as normal, move through projects 53, 57. Obviously, we're in 53. We're pretty close to closing that station out. 57. I just re-looked up to see if we had occupancy, and apparently the county granted us occupancy last Monday, and the email system failed me once again to not notify me of that. So we have occupancy. So what that means for us is we get to take the building back. Logistics will start moving stuff into that building and start prepping that station to potentially have some staffing out of it whenever we can. Training campus. There's always a shift in schedules. I was hoping that there would be some more walls up for you to look at. They had some issues over at the tower, just removing some forms and doing some patchwork. So for Ps right now, the priority is the tower. So they will always put people on the tower first because that's a way more complicated and takes longer. But if you saw when you came in, there is floor 2 is sheeted and the safety rails are up. So that means they're going to start working on it. So over the next week or so, you will start seeing all those walls on the training support building going up. Training tower is moving along. They've one-sided the rest of the walls in the basement, so poured concrete walls. They're still working through a couple of issues with the amount of rebar and getting concrete in all of those spaces and coming up with the right mix to make that happen. But they're doing a great job. With the tower, I'm leaving tomorrow night. I'm going to Boise, and Pease Construction asked to go look at the Boise tower because that is the closest and most like tower that we have. And they just wanted to go over and get a look and make sure that they do everything right for us, because the Boise tower has been in use for the last 6 years or so. So I'll be over there for a day with Pease, looking at floors, doors, and all the other things that are going in the tower. Station 50, most of the paint smell is gone by the time you guys arrived this afternoon, but they're painting. Upstairs is painted and done. Carpet's coming. We've been working on furniture. They're painting downstairs. All the drywall repairs and finishes are done downstairs, except for a couple little spots, but they have to come back anyway. So painting's happening and mechanical, all the HVAC upgrades are happening. Out here, as you walk out tonight, take a look to the left. There were 4 units there. There's only 1 now because the other 3 were removed today. And the refrigerant was salvaged and is going to logistics for future use if we need it for some of the older systems we have. I also worked with operations administrative assistants today. I've started closing rooms and all of that because next week, Cedar and Birch, along with the library, some work in the LT, training LT office and the EMS office, those walls are going to start getting opened and the lines added for all the mechanical. So that will happen relatively quick. and then coming back to fix the sheetrock there. So it's happening, and it's going to happen really fast now because we're about a month out from being back in this building. So lots of changes. Station 51, as Chief Doan said, April 1st. I don't know. I hope there's no coincidence there, being April Fool's Day, but we'll see. We have a meeting, a hearing with the city, a virtual meeting. It's virtual for everybody, but it's the conditional use permit hearing. They have uploaded all of the documents, and there's nothing saying that we will not get conditional use. The staff reports are all in there recommending exactly what we're using it for. It's a fire station that's been on that site for 45 plus years, and it's a public safety issue for the city as well. So all those things are in the staff comments, so I expect nothing but approval and moving forward. And then that's our kind of our step to the permitting process, which we're already in, and they already have all of our documents, and they've already started that review. It's another step that we have to go through. That is it that I have for the bond. Is there any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Old business. I do not have any. New business. Do not see any. Open public comment. This is your opportunity to state, to give comment to this board. Please state your name for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes. Anybody? Okay. All right. Good of the order. The chief mentioned it, but next week, we will have the Washington State Fire Commissioners spring training up in Clearwater. Anything else? Any special interest, upcoming events? Hearing none, we are adjourned.